Said I'm about to make history. Said I'm about to make history. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Murka here with another episode of Black History. I hope y'all are being safe out there. Regardless of how you feel about this whole coronavirus thing, man, just make sure y'all are out there being responsible. Try to follow whatever guidelines as best as you can. If you want to add an element of Black history to your kids' schooling right now, make sure y'all send them over here. Gonna have a whole lot coming to y'all over these next few months, man, to try to help y'all out, help y'all get through the situation. Now today we're gonna talk about the story of Fred Hampton. This is actually one of my favorite figures in the Black Panther Party. One of my favorite figures just in history overall, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like they tried to write him out of the history books just overall, just like how they tried to do with majority of us. Now Fred Hampton was born on August 30th of 1948 in suburban Illinois. He was noticeably gifted in academics and athletics. He wanted to play for the New York Yankees when he was done with school, but ended up studying pre-law at Triton Junior College. He was inspired to study law to use it as a defense against police and their brutality. Around this time, he became active in the NAACP, leading the youth council of the organization's West Suburban branch. He increased the council's membership to over 500 members. While he was organizing the youth on behalf of the NAACP, the Black Panther Party was gaining national popularity. The party's 10-point program that integrated the black self-determination and elements of Maoism inspired him to join and move to downtown Chicago. Hampton's leadership abilities were apparent over there. He brokered a non-aggression pact between Chicago's most powerful and dangerous street gangs. His personal charisma and his organization skills and his gift of speech is what allowed him to get noticed quickly within the Black Panther Party. He soon became the leader of the Chicago chapter, organizing rallies, working with the People's Clinic, and the Free Breakfast Program. With the actions of the COINTELPRO operation decimating the party's leadership, Hampton became next in line to be appointed to the Central Committee Chief of Staff of the Black Panther Party, which also marked him as a person of interest to the FBI, of course. The FBI convinced a criminal named William O'Neill to infiltrate the party and get close to Hampton. O'Neill succeeded in joining the party, acting as Fred Hampton's bodyguard and director of chapter security. At the instruction of J. Edgar Hoover, O'Neill had worked to undermine the coalitions that Hampton had created amongst the neighborhood gangs and organizations, and this caused a major rift within the Black Panther Party. Now on the evening of December 3rd of 1969, O'Neill had slipped a powerful drug in Hampton's drink to make him fall into a deep sleep. After that, O'Neill left the apartment and had officers dispatched to go and raid Hampton's apartment while they was all sleeping. They stormed in, opened fire, killing Mark Clark, who was acting as Hampton's security guard. Then they opened fire on Hampton's bedroom, where he laid unconscious in a bed with his pregnant girlfriend. These dudes was wildin', like the FBI was really wildin', man. Despite the intense round of fire, Hampton and his fiancée were only wounded at the time. After officers realized that Hampton was only wounded and he wasn't dead, they shot him twice in the head. Straight up assassination. The remaining 7 Panthers that were present in the apartment were all arrested and indicted by a grand jury on charges of attempted murder, armed violence, and a variety of different weapons charges. These charges were eventually dropped though, after the Department of Justice investigation discovered that Chicago police fired 99 shots while the Panthers only shot twice. A short time later, there was a break-in at the FBI field office in Pennsylvania where the COINTELPRO documents were discovered. And documents included a floor plan of Hampton's apartment and the outline of the deal to conceal the FBI's role in the assassination of Hampton. In 1970, the survivors and relatives of Hampton sued the federal and local governments for $47.7 million, stating that their civil rights were violated. After that, it was determined that the government withheld relevant documents and obstructed the judicial process. A new trial was held in 1979, and in 1982, Cook County and the federal government agreed to a settlement of $1.85 million to the family. And that's gonna do it. See y'all later. Peace. love, one.
Future looking like the sun when you
Oh, I think it's right.